Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for the weekend Q101. This is things going on in and around Chicagoland. Some of the stuff's free. A great blog Josie puts up at Q101.com. Well, Case does it, you see, but Josie did it today. All the legwork. And since Case usually starts with the music, I'll throw this out there. That Jeff Tweedy at the Vic Theater tonight and tomorrow night. Head to the Vic for Jeff Tweedy's annual benefit shows. These are always awesome and traditional, of course, for Chicago. So Jeff Tweedy from Wilco and Uncle Tupelo. So the tickets, go check them out at the Vic. Get those tickets. If there's some available still, a unique show going on there. Kenzie, what do you got this weekend? You're going to be out in the streets?
Yeah, I'm going to be in the streets, okay? So I want you to come see me tomorrow. I did a few crew members check-in, so this is actually going to become a blast. I am going to be at the Menards, 521 East North Avenue, Glendale Heights. And I'm going to be out there right in the parking lot, so easy peasy to find me. You don't have to walk through the world's most massive Menards, because those are, think about the directions I have to get if I was inside Menards, right?
Very spacious.
Very spacious. Okay, you can spread out in there. But I'm going to be right in the parking lot with Bullfrog Spas. They're offering like all these amazing hot tub deals. These things are so insane. It's just like pimp your backyard style spas. Okay, so we're going to be out there with that. But while we're out there, we're going to be giving away an Apple vacation to Cancun. It's for two people, Rio Palace, Las Americas Cancun, and a $500 spending Visa gift card. And the winner is going to be selected from the people just that day. In the 2 hours I'm out there, 11-1. So your odds are like insane. Even if 50 people showed up, 1 out of 50, your name gets drawn out, right? So absolutely insane. The vacation is pulled from just people that day, like no strings attached. And then while you're there, pimp your backyard out because we got the Bullfrog Spas going on. So,
duh.
One more time, just in case you're like, okay, well, now I'll go. Menards at 521, okay? East North Avenue, Glendale Heights. If you forget and you're like, where the hell is she going to be? You can just go on our website. We'll have all the information there.
Yeah, Q101.com has all the info on there, the weekend Q101. I want to add in this one, too. This is awesome. We lost David Lynch not that long ago, and they're having this at the Music Box Theater. Iconic. David Lynch, Moving Through Time. So get the popcorn ready, watch his films in a brand new way, sit in on a Q&A session with some of the crew members that were on all these films. Now, if you go to the website for the Music Box, they had a series pass. That is sold out. That was going to be kind of for the whole weekend, but you can buy individual tickets for movies and certain question and answers like Mulholland Drive. That's going to be at 5:45 tonight. I always go by that, and I see the lines going in the Music Box. That's what this is going to be for. Blue Velvet is at midnight tonight. A midnight screening at the Music Box.
Wow, that's really cool.
It is so neat, and I think this is really cool to honor this genius. Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me at midnight tomorrow night. Lost Highway is going to be Sunday at 2:30, which is one of the best soundtracks. Just go to the website. You can figure it out and cherry pick the movies and screenings that you want to see at the Music Box. Support local and also honoring a legend. All right, we'll come back. Actually, right now, how about giving your takeaways? 312-591-8300. It's Friday, so it can be something you're taking away from the entire week of shows. Not just today's show, but the whole week. Something to stay in your brain. 312-591-8300. Send in your takeaway right now with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie
On Q101.
All right, it's Brian and Kenzie, and we're closing it out for the weekend. Remember, tomorrow, 8 to 10, we do the throwbacks, the funniest moments of the week. So 8 to 10 tomorrow on Q101. And who puts that up together? Josie puts that together, not Case. Case went to Vegas. He's watching some backyard wrestling, some Lucha Libre right now. He went for WrestleMania, but he's leaving before WrestleMania even happens. But Josie, we bring her in on the air. Thank you for a tremendous week of helping out behind the scenes. As you know what, Kenzie, I didn't notice any difference. Case,
I know. Seamless, right?
Seamless.
That's so sweet of you to say. Thanks, Brian.
And like Brian and I usually at the end of the show have these raging headaches, and for some reason, the last 3 days, have you had a headache, Brian?
No, it's been very peaceful.
It's kind of weird. I'm trying to figure out what has been different. You know what I mean?
What
What
is
are we
that
doing
common
different?
factor?
I don't know. All right. So, Josie, thank you. People love you on the phones and answering, and we could, we could just wish you a great deal of next week replacing Case would be wonderful.
Perfect.
All right, we do takeaways here. So, Josie, we'll let you do a takeaway first here these are from listeners all week long on the show or from today's show, something you found memorable or funny. Josie, what do you got?
Yeah, Joe checking in here. Takeaway, Brian's dad almost set him up with his cousin.
Oh.
Adorable. The one that got away.
Oh, it's like a princess story. Kenzie, what do you got?
I'm going to do a rare case of 2.
Oh, okay.
312 texted in. Only psychopath eat ass to ears. Right? It's important. And then Dave's takeaway was you don't want to be in an alley with an ass first guy. And that's just true.
You'll have to listen to the podcast to understand that completely, which Josie has put together, and the podcast will be up there just like Case did, formally, because Marshall does a takeaway of the week. If Case has any shot of keeping Josie from stealing his job, he better show up with Portillo's cheese sauce on Monday. That's a fact. So the podcast is there for you all next week, including a big week next week. The Riot Fest announcement will be announced, as always, right here on this show with Riot Mike. That's coming up on Tuesday, I believe. So we'll have more of that on Monday. We'll just give you a more specific answer on everything. But Riot Fest, next week it starts. It's beginning. But first, as we go out, our house band, the Double Features, also have a takeaway that, yes, Josie's taking Case's job. That's just what it is. That's where we're at. So
Case is on a vacation far away, alone in Vegas like a loser. Josie's on the phone taking calls all day.
Yes, I am.
Give her a ring 'cause she's the new producer. Case is gonna lose his job tonight. Watching underground wrestling fights. Yeah, Case is gonna lose his job tonight.
have a stellar Easter weekend.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.